Okay, welcome to the first video for Black Dog Training Company. So, this is a series I'm starting to help my sister. If other people see it, that's great. If not, that's fine too. Chelsea, we're going to teach your dogs how to walk on a leash. So, first and foremost, when we are going to start working on leash training, we actually got to go back a few steps to the basics. Before we even start with leash training, we're going to work on our marker word and then our release command. So I use yes as my marker word. You can use whatever word good, like quite literally any word you want. You want something that you can say like fast and crisp though, so then you can mark exactly where they want. You can also use a clicker. There's a lot of people that do like to use clickers, which makes sense. It's very fast and precise to click to make it to hit that marker. You can also use a combination of both, but as long as you're good at marking that, then that's what matters. Another plus side to a clicker is that a clicker doesn't sound tired or mad or upset. It's just a consistent sound. But personally, I use the word yes. So before we do that, before we even get going, we're going to load our marker word or our clicker. So if I had a clicker, I would click and then give him a treat. But since I'm using yes, I'm going to load my yes word. So yes, Gus, yes, Gus, yes, Gus, yes, Gus, yes, yes, yes. So that's loading our marker word. You can do it for a little bit longer than what I have been doing since Gus already has a good marker word. So once we get that going, that's how we can continue on. So the first step for loose leash walking, it really depends on what you want to teach. So if you want to teach a good heel, it is different than just a regular loose leash. I'm out and about. I just want a good citizen. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the heel, and then I'll go on and talk about just some regular loose leash walking skills. Sook. Sorry, I dropped a treat, and so he can look for it. So if I want to work on a heel, whether you want to do dog sports or if you want to just have that nice heel when you're out and about, what we're going to do, the first way to teach this, and there's a few ways, is luring. And you can do that and with the shaping. So by shaping, what we're going to do is we're going to have treats in our hands. I like to have a 6-foot leash, a 6 or 4-foot leash. It just depends on my dog and what I want to accomplish. I have the leash looped over my left hand, and then I have hold of it in my right hand. This is just what's comfortable for me. Please do what's comfortable for you. So when we're having a heel, we're going to work on our left side of our dog, and we're going to have these treats in our hand to work on a lure, and we're going to lure our dog into here with treats, and then we're just going to keep having them right here, and we'll just continuously, oh, I dropped one. Gus, leave it. We'll just continuously giving yes, Gus, yes, and we're going to mark that treat and give him a treat. Yes. And then eventually, Gus, watch. Yes, good dog. Eventually we'll have this. Another way of working on your heel, which is the way I taught Raven. It just kind of depends if your dog gets a little bit more excited. So another way that you can work on it is that Gus, whenever heel, and we're just gonna yes, and then we're gonna walk, and then yes, yes, and then when he walks out of the heel, I'm gonna wait, and we can lure him. We can lure him back to his heel. Yes, and then we'll treat. So those are the ways that you can start working on a competition heel, or just you want to look fancy with your dog walking down the road. If you want to just have a dog that can walk loosely on a leash and just kind of just to be a good citizen, Gus, 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 leave it. Good boy. It's a good leave it, yes. What we're going to do, easy, is we're going to have our treats, and we're going to walk our dog same thing. I like my dogs on my left side. So we're going to have him on our left. Come on, Gus. Then I'm not going to, he's not the greatest. But so if we're just going to walk around. And then if they, let's say if they, I have to use a lure for this. If they pull away, we're going to wait until Gus come. Yes. And then we're going to reward when they come back. And then same thing. So he's pulling. We're going to stop. Good. Yes. And I see how he felt that pressure. And he stopped. He turned back to look at me. Hi. And so we're going to, that's what we want. You don't want to continue moving forward if the dog is pulling. Because if you continue moving forward when the dog is pulling, we're actually giving them a positive reinforcement to the pulling. So they learn that if I pull, I get to go where I want. So what you need to work on is when they pull, you're just going to stop. And if you need to, you can say their name, Gus. Yes, good dog. And you can continue on. And then same thing. If they get distracted, you're going to stop. Gus. See how he's pulling? We're going to wait. Yes, good dog. And when he came back to me, we're going to mark that. So that's our loose leash walking skills. That's how we're going to work on those. The next thing that I want you to work on is a good watch it command or watch me command. So we're going to have, I like to have my dogs either in front of me or at my side, and we're going to have them each watch me. So I use the word watch. Again, you can say look at me, whatever command you want is easiest for you. But what we're going to do to start this is that your dog's probably going to be looking away. So we're going to put the treat in your hand in front of their nose, move it right up between your eyes, and then when he looks in your eyes, yes, we'll mark that. And when you start, it's any looking. So we're going to do it again. He looks, yes. And then eventually you'll start adding in the word after he gets it a few times. Yes. Yes. And then eventually I'm going to say, watch, yes. Watch, yes. And the goal is to eventually say, Gus, watch. Yes, good dog. Or the nice thing about this is getting your dog reoriented back to you. So if we're going around, Gus, let's go. And we're just kind of walking around and he gets distracted by something, I can say, Gus, watch. Yes, good dog, sit. Yes. So that's really what that is kind of working on getting your dog focused back on you. So these are the things I think that you should work on to start off your loose leash walking. I really like a watch, and I like to have a nice heel for when I'm walking the dogs. So I use a combination of the luring in the first one. I'm not a huge fan of just having my dogs walking kind of just around me, but it is to each their own. So for homework for these is we're going to work on a watch. Yes, good dog. And it's any look. If they just kind of glance at you, yes, you're going to mark that. You don't need the full eye contact like I have with Gus right now. That is honestly kind of hard for a lot of dogs. So just any sort of look towards you for that watch, you're going to mark yes and then reward. Especially with older dogs, when you're working with older dogs or herding breeds, sometimes it can be a little rough for them to have it to full on look at you. So those are things that you can work on. And this is something that you can work on just at home when you're sitting down, you have some treats, you can just say, dog's name and watch, yes, and just mark for that. And then the second, you can work on your loose leash walking. This again, so if your dog is super food motivated, the luring works really, really great. You can just have them in your hand. I kind of just have my thumb over here. I have it in a cupped method, or I have it like this, where I have it each my treats lined up, and I can just continuously give a treat. So I can let him kind of just nibble on it. And then yes, yes, yes. And then eventually when they get that, you can start adding in your heel. So we're going to have Gus heel. Yes, good dog. Gus heel. Yes, good dog. So all of these are baby steps when you haven't worked on any of it. Gus. Hey. Gus, leave it. All of these are baby steps when you're first starting to work on it. So these are things that you should work on. And then next week, hopefully I'll have another video. Thanks for watching, friends.